Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Yesterday, we were discussing that Kraken and Crypto.com were sued over their XRP related activities. Right now, NEXO, another kind of exchange/lending platform, has been sued because it's affiliated with XRP. Well, the real details we'll talk about in just a second, but my question of today is, how you guys feeling? Just honestly, are you guys doing good? How's everything? Just like, I feel as if I'm always telling my story here because, well, I make a couple of videos every single day and you're always hearing what is bothering me and stuff like that, because I kind of feel as if we have a connection where I'm asking you guys questions, you're always answering, and I feel as if I've really gotten to know a couple of you guys at least. So man, if you have anything, if there's anything bothering you, you can try to let me know in the comment section. I know I cannot always reply to any one of them, but this video, I'm gonna check out every single comment, reply to every single one, so I can hopefully know you guys a little bit better too. Because I try to do it on Twitter, but YouTube, I think I should also do it a little bit more. Having said that, NEXO rushed to suspend the ability to repay loans with the affiliated XRP crypto or using it as collateral after the SEC action against Ripple. It didn't provide its users with notice of the suspension, and it's now being sued. So the first time I read this, I was like, damn, that is really, really annoying for NEXO that they got sued because yada, yada, yada. But after I kind of read into it, I didn't read the full 53 pages, by the way. Frick no. I'm not a robot like that. After kind of looking into it for a little bit, after reading some articles, reading the comments through this thread here, I noticed, well, yeah, I mean, they kind of were negligent in some degree by not putting everything as public as I would have liked. And what I mean with that is, well, they should have really been very transparent with everything. That's kind of a get-go point, but also they should have notified everybody that they were doing some stuff, right? So if you're taking, for example, XRP out as an option, you should tell people. And Tim here says, I was using them heavily until they nerfed their interest rates after raising them just a few months ago. After the no warning on XRP payback issues, it was obvious that XRP was a second-class token to them. I switched everything to BITRUE. NEXO has some good, but too much bad. And I personally have not had a good experience with NEXO. I reached out to them to kind of discuss this, and they did not reply to me. It's kind of an automated system, and it's really just bad support, in my opinion. I had a couple of back and forwards, but really, they couldn't fix my issue. I was not really happy to use them because that happened. I don't want to get too far into it because I'm not sure if I should. However, BITRUE is a better alternative for me. Is the BITRUE support really good? No, but it's still a little bit better than NEXO, and I just don't trust NEXO as much. It's just kind of a personal preference. However, Moss says here, just read into the case. One thing that where they got it wrong, in my opinion, is the motive. No sense in NEXO stopping loan repayments in XRP because of its falling price, because no matter the price, they still get the loan's worth. Same logic applies to liquidation, i.e., like the lenders don't care because they always got their due. Point is, motive can't have been fallen price of XRP, neither could it have been NEXO have given a shit about holding everyone's bag, because obviously they had no problems liquidating. This is definitely a very annoying spelling, but I guess maybe he did that to have the character limit on Twitter, but that is awful. Little side note there, a lot of people got liquidated because they took some options off. That is basically what people are annoyed about right now. So let's quickly read into this. After causing millions of dollars worth of damages by suspending XRP payments in December, NEXO is now facing a class action lawsuit, and it's a pretty big one. All right, it's a 53-pager, so this is not taken lightly or anything like that. NEXO wasn't entitled to sell its users XRP tokens, and customers want to recover their funds. Crypto lender NEXO has been hit with a class action over its unlawful suspension of XRP payments in late December that has caused $5 million in damages. Plaintiff Yunhang Yung filed the suit in the Northern District of California on behalf of other similar situated users earlier this month. And NEXO wasn't entitled to sell its users XRP tokens, but also the other part, of course, that, well, they just want their money back. And that is actually where the kind of annoying question comes back on in, is because this is not a lawsuit from somebody who I've claimed here trying to get some quick buck. This is NEXO's fault. They made a mistake. Debatably, again, this is all up to you, what you decide on this one, but NEXO did something fishy, and people now want to get their money back, because reading into this, the person who filed this class action lawsuit is a huge XRP holder, or at least he was. NEXO wasn't entitled. So after the US SEC sued blockchain company Ripple, NEXO rushed to suspend the ability to repay loans with the affiliated XRP crypto or using it as collateral. It didn't provide its users with a notice of the suspension, however. Hundreds of affected customers were locked out of maintaining their loan-to-value ratios since they couldn't sell their tokens, which triggered a string of liquidations. NEXO thus effectively prohibited these customers from maintaining their LTV ratios and then punished them for not maintaining their LTV ratios. Young claims he lost almost $300,000 worth of XRP tokens that were posted as collateral. I'm sorry, I'm just really a little bit annoyed reading this. It kind of builds up inside me, like the anger, like what? How could a platform make somebody lose $300,000 worth? That's... Oh, but okay. The lawsuit says NEXO was not entitled to liquidate the collateral of customers. The plaintiff counters the company's public statement published on December 30th, which purported it owned the XRP tokens held as collateral, saying, if NEXO were to acquire the ownership of the crypto assets that NEXO's customers post as collateral, this wouldn't be an extremely unfair result that unreasonably favors NEXO over... This would be an extremely unfair result that unreasonably favors NEXO over its customers, and that resulted from the NEXO customers' lack of reasonable choice or negotiating power over the terms and conditions that NEXO imposes on customers without any negotiation. Customers want to recover their funds. NEXO customers are seeking to recover the value of their XRP when the lender suspended its use. Quote, NEXO customers are also entitled to the value of the digital assets taken from their savings wallets and the value of the digital assets or cash that they transferred to their credit line wallets to maintain the LTV ratios during the suspension of customer use of XRP, because any obligation to maintain those ratios have been excused. Young is asking the court to award him and other affected user damages in amount to be determined at trial. In addition, the plaintiff could be awarded any other relief that is deemed proper. And all I'm saying here is, man, I do not like a lot of these lawsuits that regard XRP, but this one I think is completely fair. I think it is completely fair because NEXO goofed up, and I've been telling you guys for weeks now that I personally do not trust NEXO. Once more, I'm not trying to slander them or say anything bad, except for my own experience, where I personally was not too happy with them. I'm quickly telling you that to you guys as kind of a reviewer of these exchanges, that I had a bad experience, so use that to your own advantage, right? Should you use this as financial advice? No. Legal advice? No. Can you still use it? Yes. But, you know, I'm just kind of trying to hint here without saying something too bad. You guys get me? I'm not sure what I can say and what I cannot say, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful with all that stuff before I get a 50-pager on my head. But yeah, I've just not been too happy with them, and here's just another kind of straw added here. It's really crazy. However, once more, this does not mean that the lawsuits aren't getting out of hand, though. There's so many lawsuits regarding XRP nowadays. It's just people try to make some quick money. Once more, this is not a good case like that. And I just was not aware of that once I posted this, I guess. Because when I posted this a couple hours ago before reading into it, I thought, man, somebody's just trying to sue NEXO. I probably didn't even read this one properly. Somebody's just trying to sue NEXO as they did with Kraken and crypto. But no, in the end, it was... oh, no, wait. I thought about it differently. I thought that they just sued them because they didn't give a notice of suspension. So they were trying to sue just because of that part. But no, it's actually a bigger reason. It's because they were really acting kind of unfairly. Having said that, the channel for Bitcoin is still going strong, and we're still assuming that altcoin season here is around the corner. If you are wondering where I'm trading on, which a lot of people do, this is the freaking platform, man. I'm using BITRUE for everything related to XRP, by the way. Link is down below too. But Primexpt, if I'm trading with leverage, trying to make some money on Bitcoin, for example, or some other altcoins, mostly Bitcoin. But you can trade a ton of things on here. There's 2 or 3 other features on here which I never really use. You have the co-vesting, which is basically following other people who are investing, I believe. Yeah, I've never used this because I'm always a little bit afraid, but it's pretty interesting. There's the analysis feature where you can just kind of analyze everything for yourself. It's just basically a TradingView 2.0. The turbo, which I suck at, is basically you bet that it's going to go up or down in the next couple of minutes or so. I suck at this, but I think it's pretty damn funny. Just kind of bet around with this a little bit. If you're wondering why my balance is looking like that, it's because I've been trying a couple of times in whenever I'm making these videos. I just keep pressing a couple of times, but yeah, I'm not really I'm not really that successful, as you can see here. We'll check back in a second, right? We got 0.89 now. Let's check back in a couple of seconds how much money we got in there. Then XRP said, I used an XRP collateral loan of about 7,000 from NEXO to get hot back turned into 80K. Thanks NEXO for the great customer service and the ability to access funds instantly and make it happen. So, in the end of things, I'm not sure if this is a newer story, if this is an old story. He says, deposit funds in whatever crypto you own and it will offer you a loan amount based on your collateral. It's roughly around 10% interest on the loan, which is significantly cheaper than a credit line, plus you get access to it instantly. But that doesn't really answer the question. Like, why does he tell this now? Is this right now, or is this later, or am I getting the whole question wrong? Like, he used XRP as a collateral? I don't really get that, but all right. Then XRP slowly but surely back to normal. XRP had a very rough time since the SEC allegations. In the 6 months prior to the event, XRP was shaping up to become the most powerful chart setup in history of markets, but this disruptive change triggered by the SEC allegations in December 2020 created serious damage, and XRP went from the most powerful to the most concerning in a matter of weeks. What has happened with XRP 3 to 4 months later, and is our 20 USD XRP forecast still valid? Let's quickly check this one out. Hey boys, we got 3 times the win. Hey, that's a pretty good bet. If this was only real money, if this was only like 0.05 BTC, that would have been nice. But of course, I wouldn't also dare to play around with that much money for 1 minute like that. This is the most you can do, though. Yeah, 0.01 Bitcoin. It's still a ton, though. Think about that. Oh, my days, man. Just betting like that for a minute. That's scary stuff. Would you guys dare to do this type of stuff? By the way, this earns me nothing if you're thinking about it. Like, I'm trying to get you guys to do it or anything like that. No, it's just for fun. The margin is the one I use primarily. This is the only thing I'm doing here, which I'm saying, hey, maybe check out. The other one, it's it's nothing. It's something fun, maybe. So $20 per XRP, in my opinion, is still viable, still possible. However, we're not talking a very short time frame, in my opinion. You know, all the things that are happening to XRP, short term, I think it's going to get that to a couple of dollars. Not going to be that hard, but it could be really a couple of months before we get there. And if the bull run is over before the lawsuit gets fixed, that might be negative. April 6th might be really positive. It could be, but we're not going to be too sure until it happens. And surely but slowly, it's getting back to normal. I really disagree with that. It's just, if you're talking about the price range, then yes. But otherwise, if that lawsuit wasn't there, the price would have most likely been a couple dollars higher. But then again, from a different perspective, the lawsuit should have come because right now we can get the proper regulations that XRP needed, and it's not kind of in that null zone. We also know, of course, that the Ripple test, or at least multiple crypto projects will be sued next, is going to be coming. So yeah, maybe XRP is just kind of the unluckiest horse, but eventually it will pick back up steam because, well, it's not that unique for a crypto project to be sued anymore. That might be coming around the corner. Then 2,000 Bitcoins moved off exchanges as Bitcoin exchange liquidity gets thinner. Yeah, that's interesting. Just a side note. SEC agrees to redact 2 documents in Ripple lawsuit, but not Ripple CEO's financial info. After a meet and confer on April 1st, Ripple and the SEC have agreed to partially redact some of Ripple's email exchanges. Ripple reached an agreement with the SEC over sealing court documents, but Ripple got half of what it asked for. It can only partially redact 2 emails, not 4. Yeah, that's all. I just talked about this one briefly already. Judge Netburn grants Ripple's motion to seal on interim basis. Let's quickly see here if it can open. Order granting 83-letter motion to seal. The defendant's motion to seal is granted solely on an interim basis. Furthermore, the parties are directed to meet and confer to discuss whether the defendant's motion to seal can be narrowed and shall file a letter with the court regarding any further narrowing no later than April 2nd. To the extent that the parties cannot agree, any remaining sealing issues will be addressed along with decisions on the merits of the motions hereby ordered by Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn. Text only ordered, Netburn Sarah. Motion to seal Investor A documents was granted. Okay. We already discussed everything about this, though, a couple of days ago. Or I think it was, a couple of days ago. And then XRP price prediction. XRP USD value strongly manages to touch the 65-cent resistance level. Honestly, all right, just comment honestly down below. Do you like price prediction? Do you like price analysis, technical analysis, or do you really just want news? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto update. Take care, everybody.